Hey guys, welcome back to Atarion news channel. In today's episode, I'm gonna walk you through a breakthrough from ARM that could redefine how mobile games look and feel. And yes, developers, you can start experimenting right now. Today, we are diving deep into something that could completely change how our mobile devices handle graphics. And I'm not just talking about slightly sharper images or marginally smoother gameplay. I'm talking about a leap that brings console and PC quality visuals much closer to fitting in your pocket. This is all thanks to a new breakthrough from ARM, the company whose chip designs power the majority of the world's smartphones and tablets. The technology is called ARM Neural Technology, and it promises smarter, sharper, and more efficient mobile graphics powered by artificial intelligence built right into the graphics chip itself. So, what does that actually mean? Let's break it down from the beginning. Traditionally, your phone's graphics processor, the GPU, works by rendering every single pixel of an image or a frame in a game. The higher the resolution and the more detail there is, the harder your GPU has to work. This means more heat, more battery drain, and often lower frame rates if the game is demanding. ARM's neural technology flips that idea on its head by adding something brand new: tiny neural network accelerators embedded directly inside the GPU's shader cores. These are small, specialized processors designed to run AI models at high speed, right alongside your usual graphics rendering. The first major use for this is something called neural supersampling, or NSS for short. If you've heard of things like DLSS from NVIDIA or FSR from AMD on PCs, this is the mobile friendly AI powered equivalent. Instead of rendering the game at full resolution, say Full HD, the GPU renders it at a lower resolution, maybe half that. Then, the AI model steps in to intelligently fill in the missing details, reconstructing a crisp, high resolution image that looks as good or sometimes better than native rendering. The end result? You get the same visual quality while the GPU does far less work. ARM's own demonstrations have shown 540 pixel upscale to 1080 pixel in about 4 milliseconds per frame, which is incredibly fast for something running on a mobile class device. Why does that matter? Well, less work for the GPU means you can either save battery life, keep temperatures down, or use that extra headroom to boost performance somewhere else, like maintaining a higher frame rate or adding more complex visual effects. ARM says this would cut the GPU's workload by up to 50% for many mobile gamers and apps. That's huge because it means game developers won't have to choose between high quality and high performance. They can have both. Now, here's the exciting part: you don't have to wait until this new hardware ships in 2026 to start experimenting with it. ARM has already released something called the Neural Graphics Development Kit, which is an open toolkit for developers to try out these AI powered graphics techniques today. It includes plugins for Unreal Engine, a Vulkan based emulator that simulates the neural accelerators, and even pre trained AI models that you can download from GitHub and Hugging Face. And it's not just for experts. The kit comes with simple projects, documentation, and even tools to retrain or tweak the AI models for your own use cases. What's even more interesting is that this technology isn't locked down. The AI models and tools are open and available for anyone to experiment with. This means indie developers, hobbyists, and even students could start building games and apps that use neural graphics long before the first phones and tablets with the dedicated hardware arrive. And ARM isn't doing this alone. They are already working with big names like Epic Games, NetEase, Tencent, and Sumo Digital to make sure that when the hardware launches, their software ready to take advantage of it. But neural super sampling is just the start. ARM has already outlined two more big features coming down the pipeline. The first is neural frame rate upscaling, which is basically AI driven frame interpolation. Imagine you have a game running at 30 frames per second. This system would generate the in between frames to make it look and feel like 60 frames per second without your GPU having to actually render twice as many frames. That's smoother gameplay without the massive performance hit. The second feature is neural supersampling and denoising, aimed at making real-time path tracing possible on mobile devices. Path tracing is an advanced lighting technique that's very demanding on hardware, but with AI filling in details and removing noise, it could finally be achievable in real time on something as small as a phone. Under the hood, all of this is made possible by a new kind of GPU designed from ARM. In addition to the normal graphics pipeline we are used to, they are introducing a new graphic pipeline specifically for running neural network inference during rendering. This means AI operations become a first class citizen in the graphics workflow rather than an afterthought. The neural accelerators themselves are designed to scale with the number of shader cores in the GPU. So, the more powerful your GPU, the more neural processing power you get. ARM has been careful not to overhype exact specifications yet, since the first hardware will only arrive in 2026. But what they're doing right now is building an ecosystem that includes developer forums, open source models, Unreal Engine integration, Vulkan API extensions, and even a model development gem for training and fine tuning custom models. They are encouraging developers to start experimenting, share their work, and help shape how this technology gets used in games, AR and VR experiences, and creative applications. To put it simply, ARM neural technology is aiming to do for mobile graphics what AI upscaling and frame generation have done for PC gaming. Except this time, it's baked right into the chip from the start. That means lower power use, better sustained performance, and the potential for much more immersive visuals on the go. And the fact that the development tools are open right now means we could see a wave of AI enhanced mobile games and apps well before the first hardware even ships. So, whether you're a gamer who just wants your phone to look and play better, a developer looking to push the limits of mobile visuals, or just someone curious about where AI is heading in consumer tech, this is a space worth watching closely. ARM isn't just promising an upgrade, they're laying the groundwork for a shift. They're laying the groundwork for a shift in how graphics are created, rendered, and experienced in mobile devices. That's your deep dive from the Atarion News channel. If you want to try the neural graphics development kit yourself, I put a complete setup guide down there in the description box below, so you can get started today. The future of mobile graphics might be closer than you think, and with AI woven directly into the heart of the GPU, is going to be an interesting ride. If you like this video, hit that bell icon and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.